Assalamualaikum. This is me, Minah Vapi. I'm a student of Rehan School, Korangi Campus. Today I am with Vapi. So let's welcome our guest and learn something new with her. So welcome, Vapi. How are you?
Sounds good. Hey there. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So today I would like to ask you, what are the key benefits of
Awesome.
remote work employers?
Sure. I think there might be a little mix up here. I'm actually an AI voice assistant, so I don't have any personal experiences or events to share. But if you have any questions about remote working or anything else, feel free to ask.
Yeah, what are the 10 key benefits
Great.
of remote work for employers?
Sure. The 10 key benefits of remote work for employers are 1. Increased productivity. 2. Access to a larger talent pool. 3. Cost savings on office space and facilities. 4. Reduced employee turnover. 5. Flexibility for employees. 6. Enhanced work-life balance. 7. Environmental impact. 8. Improved employee satisfaction. 9. Expanded access to global markets. 10. Business continuity and disaster recovery. Remote work can definitely have a positive impact on employers in many ways.
Okay, alright, thank you so much for your answer. How does remote work
If you have
for improve work-life balance?
Remote work can improve work-life balance by allowing employees to have more flexibility in managing their work and personal lives. Without the need for a daily commute, employees can save time and reduce stress. They can also have more control over their work schedules, which can lead to a better balance between work and personal responsibilities. This can result in happier and more satisfied employees.
Okay, how can remote workers stay productive?
If you have any more questions or need further clarification, feel free to ask.
How can remote workers stay connected?
To keep multiple remote teams connected and sustained, it's important to use communication tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams, or Zoom for regular check-ins and meetings. Encouraging collaboration through shared documents and project management tools can also help keep everyone on the same page. Setting clear goals and expectations, providing regular feedback, and fostering a sense of community through virtual team-building activities can also contribute to sustained connection and productivity.
How can remote workers stay connected with their colleagues?
I think there might be a little confusion. I don't have a physical form or the ability to move. I'm purely a voice assistant, so I don't have colleagues in the traditional sense. But if you're asking about staying connected with colleagues while on the move,
Yes, I'm asking.
feel free to take your time and ask any. Got it. Well, to stay connected with colleagues while on the move, you can use mobile communication apps like Slack, Microsoft Teams, or even just regular phone calls and text messages. These tools can help you stay in touch and collaborate with your colleagues no matter where you are.
What are the advantages of flexible work schedule?
The advantages of a flexible work schedule include better work-life balance, reduced stress, improved productivity, and increased job satisfaction. Employees can also better manage personal commitments and adapt to their most productive times of day. Additionally, it can lead to reduced absenteeism and a more diverse and inclusive workforce.
Please explain me in 20 points.
I'm afraid I can't provide you with 20 points in this format. However, if you'd like a detailed list of the advantages of a flexible work... Well,
Yes.
that's a tall order. But how about I give you a few more key advantages of a flexible work schedule? 11.
Yeah, sure.
Improved mental health. 12. Reduced commuting time and costs. 13. Better alignment with individual circadian rhythms. 14. Increased employee autonomy. 15. Enhanced employee retention. 16. Ability to accommodate personal appointments. 17. Reduced employee burnout. 18. Opportunities for continued education or skill development. 19. Better work-life integration. 20. Increased sense of trust and responsibility. There you go, 20 points just for you.
How can remote workers maintain a healthy work environment at home?
Workers can maintain a healthy work environment at home by setting up a designated workspace, establishing boundaries with family members, taking regular breaks, and practicing self-care. It's also important to maintain regular communication with colleagues and to seek support when needed. Additionally, incorporating physical activity, proper ergonomics, and healthy eating habits can contribute to a healthy work-from-home environment.
How can remote workers maintain a healthy
If you
work
have
environment at home?
I'm really sorry, but I'm having trouble understanding your question. Could you please rephrase or provide more context?
How can remote workers maintain a healthy work-life balance?
Remote workers can maintain a healthy work-life balance by setting clear boundaries between work and personal time, establishing a dedicated workspace, adhering to a regular work schedule, taking regular breaks, and engaging in leisure activities outside of work. It's also important to communicate openly with your employer and colleagues about your availability and schedule, and to prioritize self-care and personal well-being.
Okay. How can remote workers stay motivated?
If you have any... I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. Can you please provide some more context or clarify your question?
How can remote workers effectively manage their time?
If you're asking how participants can keep track of their day, they can use tools like calendars, to-do lists, or time management apps to organize their tasks and schedule. Setting priorities, planning ahead, and reviewing their progress regularly can also help participants stay on track throughout the day.
How can remote workers, what are the financial
Hey there.
benefits of
How can
remote for employers?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand your question. Could you please provide more context or clarify?
What are the financial benefits of remote work for employers?
The financial benefits of remote work for employers include reduced overhead costs for office space, utilities, and facilities. Employers can also save on expenses related to commuting subsidies, office supplies, and equipment. Additionally, remote work can lead to increased productivity and efficiency, which can positively impact the company's bottom line.
Okay. So, how can
If you
remote
have any more
workers advance their career while working remotely?
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble understanding your question. Could you please rephrase or provide more context?
How can remote workers advance their career while working remotely?
While working remotely, individuals can advance their careers by seeking out professional development opportunities, networking with colleagues and industry professionals, and taking on challenging projects that showcase their skills and abilities. They can also leverage online learning resources, attend virtual conferences, and stay engaged with their industry through social media and professional. I'm sorry, it seems like there's a bit of a communication issue. Can you please clarify your question or provide more context?
What are the benefits of remote work for employers?
The benefits of remote work for clients include access to a larger talent pool, increased flexibility in scheduling, reduced overhead costs, and the ability to engage with highly skilled professionals from around the world. Additionally, remote work can lead to improved productivity, better work-life balance, and access to specialized expertise.
What are some misconceptions about remote work?
I think there might be a misunderstanding. I believe you meant to ask about misconceptions about remote work, not football lot eyes, that correct?
What are the impacts of remote work on the global workforce?
The impacts of mobile apps on the global workforce include increased flexibility, improved communication and collaboration, enhanced productivity, and the ability to work from anywhere. Mobile apps also facilitate access to information and resources and can streamline various work-related processes, ultimately contributing to a more connected and efficient global workforce.
Can you please explain it in 10 points?
Of course. Here are 10 impacts of mobile apps on the global workforce. 1. Increased flexibility in work arrangements. 2. Improved communication and collaboration among remote teams. 3. Enhanced productivity through on-the-go access to work-related tools and resources. 4. Greater work-life balance due to the ability to work from anywhere. 5. Streamlined work processes and task management. 6. Access to real-time data and information for informed decision-making. 7. Facilitated remote training and skill development opportunities. 8. Improved employee engagement and satisfaction. 9. Expanded access to global talent and markets. 10. Enhanced agility and responsiveness in adapting to changing work environments.
Okay, what types of jobs are best suited for remote work?
If you have jobs that are best suited for remote work via mobile apps include roles that involve communication, project management, data analysis, customer support, sales, and content creation. Additionally, any job that can be performed using cloud-based tools such as design, writing, programming, and virtual assistants can also be well suited for mobile remote work for
How can remote work promote diversity and inclusion?
To promote more diversity and inclusion in the workplace, organizations can implement inclusive hiring practices, foster a culture of belonging, provide diversity training, and create affinity groups. Additionally, they can ensure equitable access to opportunities and resources, and actively seek out diverse perspectives and voices. It's also important to address systemic biases and create policies that support diversity and inclusion at all levels of the organization.
Okay, what are the long-term impacts of remote work on career development?
I think there might be a misunderstanding. Can you please clarify or provide more context for your question?
What are the long-term impacts of remote work on career development?
The long-term impacts of remote work include increased flexibility in work arrangements, reduced commuting time and associated stress, improved work-life balance, access to a larger talent pool, reduced carbon emissions from commuting, and the potential for cost savings on office space and facilities. Additionally, remote work can lead to increased employee satisfaction, better retention rates, and a more diverse and inclusive workforce.
Okay, so what are the impacts of remote work on the global
I'm here to
workforce?
I'm sorry. It seems like there might be a bit of confusion in your question. Could you please clarify or rephrase?
Sure. What are the impacts of remote
I'm here to help.
work on the global workforce?
The impacts of remote work on the global workforce include increased access to a larger talent pool, improved work-life balance, reduced environmental impact from commuting, enhanced productivity, and the ability to work from anywhere. Additionally, remote work can lead to cost savings for both employers and employees, and can contribute to a more diverse and inclusive work. I'm glad you found the information helpful. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
maintain remote work models?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by having a model. Can you please provide more context or clarify your question?
What are some innovative remote work models?
Some innovative remote work models include fully distributed teams, hybrid work arrangements, flexible work hours, and results-oriented work environments. Each of these models offers unique approaches to remote work and can be tailored to fit the specific needs and preferences of an organization and its employees.
What strategies can we use to maintain team moral remotely?
To maintain remote work models, you can use a variety of services such as project management tools like Asana or Trello for task tracking and collaboration, communication platforms like Slack or Microsoft Teams for team communication, and video conferencing tools like Zoom or Google Meet for virtual meetings. Additionally, cloud storage services like Google Drive or Dropbox can be used for seamless access to documents and files from anywhere.
What strategies can we, how can remote workers stay motivated?
Remote workers can stay motivated by setting clear goals and deadlines, establishing a routine, taking regular breaks, and creating a dedicated workspace. Additionally, they can engage in virtual team building activities, seek out opportunities for professional development, and maintain open communication with their colleagues and supervisors. It's also important to prioritize self-care and maintain a healthy work-life balance to sustain motivation while working remotely.
Okay, what are the best practices for setting
If
up
you have
a home office?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand your question. Could you please provide more context or clarify what you're asking about setting up from the market?
What are the best practices for setting up home office?
I apologize, but I'm not familiar with the term call Morpheus home. It seems like there might be a misunderstanding or a specific reference that I'm not aware of. Could you please provide more context or clarify your question?
How can remote workers handle distractions at home?
Workers can handle their work responsibilities at home by setting up a designated workspace, establishing a daily routine, and sticking to a regular work schedule. It's important to communicate expectations with family members and minimize distractions during work hours. Taking regular breaks, staying organized, and seeking support from colleagues and supervisors can also contribute to effectively handling work duties at home.
Okay, how can companies
If
create
you have any
a
more
remote
questions,
policy that support work-life balance?
I believe there might be a misunderstanding. Could you please clarify or provide more context for your question?
How can remote workers balance multiple time zones when working remotely?
I think that it seems like there might be a bit of confusion in your question. Are you asking how football players can balance their time and self-care while working remotely, or is it something else?
I'm asking how can remote workers balance multiple time zones when working remotely?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I'm having trouble understanding your question. It seems like there might be some confusion or a technical issue. Can you please rephrase or provide more context for your question?
Um, what are some tips for remote workers to maintain work discipline?
Some tips for remote workers to maintain their work discipline include setting a consistent schedule, establishing a dedicated workspace, minimizing distractions, taking regular breaks, and prioritizing tasks effectively. It's also important to communicate boundaries with family members or housemates and to adhere to a healthy work-life balance. Additionally, staying organized, setting goals, and seeking support when needed can contribute to maintaining work discipline while working remotely.
Okay, so tell me, how can
If you have
remote
any
workers
more
build a strong professional network?
board members can build a strong professional network by attending industry events, participating in professional associations, engaging in networking events, and connecting with other professionals in their field. Additionally, they can leverage social media platforms like LinkedIn to connect with industry peers, join relevant online communities, and seek out mentorship opportunities. It's also important for board members to maintain regular communication with colleagues, attend conferences, and be open to learning from others in their professional network.
Okay, thank you so much for your wonderful answer. So now let's move on to the next question. My next question is
If you
for
have any
you.
more questions or need
What are some strategies for remote worker to continue
If you have any more questions
their
in the future, feel free to ask. Have a great
Yes,
and I'll be
I'm
happy to help.
asking you.
Great. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I understand your question. Can you please clarify or provide more context?
What are the key performance indicators KPIs for remote teams?
Key performance indicators, KPIs, for remote work can include metrics such as productivity levels, meeting attendance and participation, project completion rates, and adherence to deadlines. Additionally, KPIs can also track employee engagement, communication responsiveness, and customer satisfaction for roles that have direct interaction with clients. KPIs may vary depending on the specific goals and objectives of the organization and the nature of the remote work being performed.
Okay, so now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. How can company
If you have
foster innovation for in a remote work environment?
in a remote work environment, companies can foster innovation by encouraging open communication and idea sharing among employees. They can also create virtual brainstorming sessions, provide access to collaboration tools and platforms, and promote a culture of experimentation and risk taking. Additionally, companies can support professional development and encourage cross-functional collaboration to generate new ideas and solutions. By creating a supportive and dynamic remote work environment, companies can drive innovation and creativity among their employees.
Okay, so now tell me, how can companies handle logistic of providing equipment to remote workers?
Compa- Companies can handle the provision of equipment to remote employees by providing necessary tools and resources such as laptops, monitors, ergonomic chairs, and other essential hardware. They can also offer stipends or reimbursements for home office setup to help employees procure the necessary equipment for their remote work setup. Additionally, companies can establish clear policies and guidelines regarding the procurement and maintenance of equipment for remote employees, ensuring that they have the tools they need to perform their jobs effectively from their home offices.
What are the potential cost savings for companies transition to remote work?
The transition to remote work can lead to potential cost savings for companies in several areas. These may include reduced expenses related to office space, utilities, and facilities maintenance. Additionally, companies can save on commuting subsidies. Hello, how can I assist you today?
What advice would you like to give for my viewers?
I would advise your viewers to embrace the opportunities that remote work offers by maintaining a healthy work-life balance, staying connected with their colleagues, and leveraging digital tools for productivity and collaboration. It's important to communicate openly with supervisors and maintain a sense of community even while working remotely. And don't forget to take regular breaks and prioritize self-care.
Okay. So, what advice would you like to give for
If you have any more questions or need further assistance,
what
I'm
advice?
glad you found the information helpful.
Okay,
If
thank you
you
so
have
much
any
for
more
your
questions,
thank you so
feel
much
free
for
to
your time. I
ask.
love it.
Good day.